Right, welcome back everybody. Just following on from the stream in the week, I did the first phase of the Expedition 8, the Polestar expedition. So I'm going to do the rest of that, well, most of it hopefully today. So we've got all of phase 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've done everything as you can see here in phase 1. So we're currently at the rendezvous. So yeah, we're just going to carry on from here and see where it takes us. So I'm just going to do a couple of quick checks just to make sure the sound and everything is working. Yeah, okay, so it looks like the sound's working, so I'm just going to get this mic in the right position. There we go. Right, so let's have a look and see what we've got to do. So phase 2, we need to read the second entry in the ship's log, so perhaps we'll do that right now. Get that done. So that's log 2. The vessel and its crew keep a log of their progress, the ship's conditions and their general reflections. Speak to the freighter commander to browse ship records. Right, so I need to get back up to the freighter. So we'll do that now. Just in case we need to get anything planet side, let me just check and see what the next ones are. So reach the second rendezvous. Construct an orbital exocraft materializer. Deploy a submarine. Construct a teleport chamber, discover plants, cultivation, and visit someone else's freighter base. So let me just scan a couple of plants now then, if there's any around. Whoopsie daisy. Just quickly fly somewhere else. Yeah, we'll just get a couple of quick plants here. Thought that was going to be a crash there. Right, so we've got some up there. Right, that'll do on this planet. We'll get a couple on each planet we go to. So let's get up to the freighter now. Oddly, I've just noticed that the freighter that I started with has changed. Right, so I guess I'll speak to this guy, do I? No, I've got to speak to the captain. There we go. No new records. That's strange. It says speak to the freighter commander. What's the navigator? Okay, well perhaps we've just got to head to Rendezvous 2. I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, so the freighter's randomly changed back to its original skin, even though I had a different freighter in the last stream, which is strange. So I'm just making my way to Expedition 2. Sorry, Rendezvous 2. I'm out of fuel. Right, let's try the ship. Freighter battle. This is such a bad gun, this phase beam. I wonder if anyone actually uses that as their regular weapon. Okay, well that was random. What the hell just happened there? That's never happened to me before, that. It just glitched for a moment. Did you see that? And now all of the enemies have disappeared. Typical No Man's Sky bullshit, that is. Right. Okay, so it might be underwater, this rendezvous. Let's have a look. Oh, it's probably this freighter, isn't it? So I'll just land anywhere. There we go. Right, so let's just see if we can do this now, because for some reason it won't let me yeah, it won't let me do this log for some reason. So let's just see what rewards we got for that. Changed colour again, my freighter. It was yellow a minute ago. Very odd. Okay, let me read it that time. So we got the orbital exocraft materializer plans there, and a few other bits and bobs. Ionized cobalt and warp cells. Right, construct an orbital exocraft materializer. Is that something we do on the freighter? Yeah. So we need ionized cobalt and warp cells. So do we have any cobalt? No. We need some ferrite. Right. We need to go and find... How much money have we got? 23 million. So we've got more than enough units to just basically go to a space station and buy whatever we need. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just got a scratch and itch. Right, let's get to a space station. Yeah, so we're just going to get some ferrite dust and cobalt if we can. Yeah, brilliant. So there's some cobalt. So we'll grab some of that and we'll get as much of this as we can. Do we need... Let's just see if there's any other useful bits worth getting. Silent robot, good afternoon. I hope all is good. Yeah, we'll get some tritium, that always comes in handy. Might as well buy some of this actually while we're here. So we've basically got everything, so let's build a couple more of these. And then we'll do a couple of these to make a little bit of this. So that's that done. Yeah, I've got everything now. So let's get back on the freighter. There's a heavy barrel nose in this system. Green and blue. Fallout colours. Well, it's not really, it's Buzz Lightyear colours, isn't it? Right, so let's get back to the freighter. Likewise, all good here, thanks. Yeah, good. Glad to hear. Haven't really played much of this game, I'll be honest, the last sort of 2 or 3 months. Losing my mojo a bit with it. Well, I did nip on last night for 2 or 3 hours just to do a little bit of the old famous multi-tool hunting and found a couple of nice tools, but none of them S-Class, just all tools that you could probably find as S-Class. All alien ones, I think. Right, so let's build this room quickly. I'm not fussed about this freighter, so I'm just going to build pretty much anywhere really. So we've got everything we need for that, so we'll get this done now. Yeah, cool. So we'll see what we get for that. So we get a Nautilus chamber planes. That's like the submarine ship. A Roma Geo Bay and Exocraft Specialists room plans. So we'll grab all that. Yep. Metal plating and paraffinium. I think I've got... Sure I had paraffinium. No, maybe not. Right, let me just put some of this into storage for the moment, because I'm not going to need... Put that in there to sell that. We'll put this onto the freighter. Put this onto the freighter. Put this into storage. Likewise with this. And this. Repair kits as well. Salvage frigate module. So what do we need that for? I won't use that just yet. We can sell that. get this into storage. Get some oxygen in storage. Right, sorry about this, I'm just doing a bit of organising just to make life a bit easier at the moment. Right, so number 4, deploy the Nautilus, so we need plans for that. So I've got to go down and get some sulfide crystal. Or crystal sulfide, whatever you call it. So we can go to any planet for that has water. So we might as well just basically head back to this the rendezvous planet, because it's got loads of water from what I could see. Silence says, interesting oddity, if you enter your freighter in normal save, exit ship to create save and reload, then start expedition, it will use your... Yeah, I knew of that actually. I did try that in this expedition and it worked, but as soon as I fired it back up today, so I completed phase 1, had my freighter from one of my other saves all through this expedition here. Like I had a big sort of grey and white Venator freighter, but I booted up the expedition today to start phase 2, and it's reverted back to the starting freighter, or what I would have had as a starting freighter. So I'm not sure if they've maybe patched that. I didn't have an update yesterday. Yeah, it reverts back, so whether you can kind of, you might have to sort of do that on each time you load a new game, not necessarily a brand new game, but if I was to load back into this, what I would probably need to do first is maybe go out to a different save, reload a save where I've got a freighter that I want, and then come back into this save. I'm not sure if that would work, but to be honest with you, I'm not really too fussed about it. It's just eye candy at the end of the day. Every freighter basically does the same thing. I actually prefer system freighters as well, strangely, to the common sort of big ones. But I've got to be honest, I mean, I haven't really played much of the game. I've taken a long break and I've sort of come back to it, and it still isn't really pulling me back in, if I'm honest. It looks like it's like a nice sort of cheap, cheesy, chilled expedition, this one, which is fine. But yeah, whether I'm going to be sort of coming back to, you know, sticking in sort of 10-20 hours a week in this and hunting again and stuff, I honestly don't know. I'm just enjoying a lot of different other games at the moment as well. Like, there's that new Spider-Man game's just come out on PC. That's really good fun. So I'm enjoying that and spending a bit of time just doing other games, really. Yeah, maybe it doesn't stick. Yeah, it might. They might have. It might. I saw it originally posted by Q-Ball in one of his videos, because I haven't watched anyone really playing this expedition. I've watched a few videos of people playing Endurance, but not the actual expedition, to avoid spoilers. But I did see the video that Q-Ball put out, which was, you know, how to get that freighter. So whether it worked then or not, I don't know, but it does look like it's just temporary now, from my experience so far anyway. It doesn't look like it sticks. I wonder if there's going to be a sort of big update. It normally comes out in August, doesn't it? So that'll be interesting, because it hasn't dropped yet, has it? I don't think Endurance was going to be the sort of big summer update that people were expecting. Could be wrong, but I'll just get a couple more of these. I can't remember how many I need. Right, that should do. Might as well grab a couple of these while I'm here, just in case. Never know. Might need them for something a bit further down the line. Four is supposed... Yeah, I would imagine 4 is kind of the next major update. Yeah, I mean, not normally you kind of... We get... I mean, historically with Hello Games, we've had kind of 2 or 3 sort of normal updates in the year, maybe even more than that. And then there's normally one big one, which is generally in the summer. So I think, yeah, there probably should be. I mean, I haven't really been paying attention, to be honest, but just judging by previous years, there should be. But then, you know, you've got the Switch launch, you've got Steam Deck that they've been trying to get probably sorted out and stuff. So yeah, I mean, whether it's delayed or not, I don't know. But I mean, there's a lot of I've already seen like 2 or 3 bugs in, or 2 or 3 issues just in like the short amount of time I've been back in the game. They need to get rid of all these bugs, man. They can't just keep releasing the updates and, you know, just it being half done sort of thing. It's actually getting to a point where it's a bit annoying now. It's expected, isn't it? Which is not right. There's a nice ship there. I mean, the multiplayer is just a no-go. It looks like I've seen a lot of builders complaining about building issues that they're still running into now. You know, months and months after the Frontiers update. So they've really got to get to grips with getting this game sorted out properly. Because I've noticed a lot of the big YouTubers definitely aren't putting out as much content on this game as what they were sort of up until last year. Well, I just need to see what I need for this Nautilus. So I need metal plating and salt. Oh, that's the other thing, right? Salt. So we just grab some of that now. I knew I forgot something from this water. Chlorine. Right, I'm going to need to get out in the open ocean, aren't I? It's carbon and oxygen. We'll get a couple of these scans because I think we needed 20, didn't we? 20 different plants. Richard Head, welcome to the stream. Richard Head. Oh, that name's always tickled me. I'm sort of hoping it isn't your real name. Right, yeah, I need to get into some open water here, don't I? So let's quickly call in a ship, if I remember how to do that. There we go. The entire game needs someone to go through and fix all the issues first before introducing. Yeah, I mean, there's just so much stuff that really does need fixing. Like, multiplayer is not a great experience in a game which is kind of built for that, really. It was sold on that, you know, so that's not good, really. It's a big game now, you know. It's like and the thing is they're Richard is and I am an arsehole, so it fits. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it's not like Hello Games are short of a few quid, let's put it that way. I think they're probably on about, it's got to be at least 5 million units of this game sold now. maybe even triple that. I don't know, but they've definitely made well over 100 million quid from the day this game released to where we are now. I think they're knocking on for about 150 million, and for the size of the company, like how small the company is, a lot of that is going to be profit. So there's no reason why they can't iron out all of these bugs, because they've got more than enough cash and resources to do it if they need to, or if they want to, you know. Yeah, Sean Murray is not short of a few bob, put it that way. So we need some salt, but I haven't got the advanced mining laser here, so I'm hoping, yeah, there we go. We can get some of this. Oh, do go away. Bloody jellyfish. I think I needed 100, so we've got enough now. Just get a little bit more, just in case. I always do that in this game, just always get a little bit more than what you need. There's no rush. There we go, that'll do. Right, let's get away from these annoying little jellyfish. They made 60 million from release, I think, so they are set. Yeah, I mean, they actually made, I think, 60, or it was like 50 or 60 million before the game even released. They had that already in pre-orders and like merchandising and stuff. And I think basically since the release, it is something like 5 million copies have been sold. Now, even if you kind of halve the price of the game, so like let's just say it costs 15 quid, well, you know, that's already knocking on, that's 50 million just at half price if they've sold 5 million units. But not just that, they've got merchandise as well. So I mean, they've easily made well over between kind of 30 people. I'm not sure if how much of a cut they give Sony, because Sony are obviously something to do with Hello Games. They've got their fingers in there somewhere. But you know, with kind of a team of 30 people, like 40 people, most of which were not there for most of the game development, which was about sort of, you know, 20 people, 100 and something million quid will go a very, very long way. They're not like a AAA studio, are they? So there's no excuses really in my book. I mean, I love Hello Games, I love the game, got many of hours out of it, but they've got the money and there's no excuses for the constant, nearly game-breaking bugs that come with all these updates. It's just not right in my book, regardless to what redemption they've had since the game launched. There's no excuse for it. Metal plating, so we'll get that done now. I think we've got plenty of ferrite dust up there in storage. Yeah. Oh, I need one more, so we'll get that done. Right. Bosh. So is something going to pop? Deploy a submarine. Oh, I've just done that. Have I got to build it now? There we go. Yeah, but Sony tried to back up and punt when the Fallout hit on release, so their take is not too big. Yeah, I think I mean, just from reading backgrounds on it, and just I think a lot of it's in Wikipedia now as well. But I think Sony were so Sony aren't the publisher, but I think Sony had a big say in their distribution, like with their marketing. So probably they probably fully did the marketing for Hello Games on their behalf, maybe for a cut of whatever the game was going to make. I don't know the ins and outs, it's just my assumptions there, but Sony definitely had something to do with this game. So whether they get still continued payments from it and stuff, I don't know. But Hello Games is an independent developer and publisher of their own game with a very small team. So as I said, they're not short of a few quid. It's easily the most successful sci-fi game now, I think. It's definitely more popular than pretty much every other sci-fi game out, like space game out there. Well, that's until Starfield hits anyway. I'm looking forward to that. It looks good. Very good. Right, so construct a teleport chamber now. So what do we need for that? Let's just have a quick look. I don't think it's that, is it? It's a chamber. There we go, there it is. Right, so I need, again, more antimatter, amino chamber, and silver. Right, do I have plans for a amino chamber? I've never built one of these. No. Do I get plans in any of these? Visit another player's freighter base. Right, so I'm going to have to turn multiplayer on. Starfield looks like it will scratch at least one of my itches within the genre. More realistic graphics, just wish No Man's Sky had more realistic graphics. Had a better level of realism visually. Yeah, I mean it's always been a bit sort of quirky on its looks, hasn't it? I quite like it though. I mean, it is a bit different, but I know what you mean. It would be great if it was a bit more sort of simulation-y, like a bit more realistic, like you said. I think what the game is lacking a lot of now, because it's been around for so long, like 6 years it's been going. I mean, a lot of games die after like 2 or 3 years. This has been going like double that. It's got a core player base and a sort of loyal player base, but I think for a lot of players it just needs a bit more variety on everything, like absolutely everything, to mix it up a bit. Because I mean, when the new ships came in, like the new solar ships, like it was so popular. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. It was like a few new variants of like one type of ship that was added, but just that one extra variant, it made people come back. There was hype over it. Social media was abuzz with it all. The coordinate exchange and like the interstellar index, you know, everyone was on the hunt looking for new ships, and just got people excited again, you know. And that's just one little variant that they added. Like, if they could do that with everything, like just add a bit more variety in the planets, in the fauna, the flora, more ships, more types of freighters, and you know, various things, I think it would pull a lot of people back in. I think variety in this game is what it lacks now. It lacks depth and it lacks a bit of variety. It's been the same sort of stuff for a long time now. Not so much for the builders. The builders have had it really good. They've had a lot of good updates in the last couple of years. So like builders, they're probably enjoying this game more than anybody at the moment. But I'm not a builder, so yeah, the updates haven't really done it for me. Visiting another freighter is optional. Okay, that's good. I like it a lot. Some of the planetary sky effects are breathtaking with the right lighting. Yeah, some of the effects you get are really, really good. Keep going up these stairs. Right, so do this teleport chamber. Discover plants. Construct a double cultivation chamber. What? I'm out of ferrite dust. Well, I need to go and get some amino chambers anyway. So, back to a space station we go. Richard's put, they just need to add custom shipbuilding. Would hurt ship hunting some, but add so much to part hunting. Yeah, I mean, it will definitely piss off ship hunters, but, you know, it is kind of the most sort of popular requested feature to be added. Can't be ignored. I mean, I'm not, well, when I was playing the game regular, I wasn't ship hunting as much as what I used to do, so for me it wouldn't make too much difference, to be honest. But if I was still actively ship hunting, it's just one of them things you've got to deal with, isn't it? I'm not sure how they would do it. They would need to sort of do it in a way that I think strikes a balance. So, like, still make it worthwhile hunting stuff, to keep like the older ship hunters happy. So yeah, I don't really have an opinion on that. I think it swings and roundabouts, really. It needs to be done. It's part of just updating the game and adding that sort of variety that I mentioned, and giving a bit of customization. I mean, it does kind of question, I think, the core principle of the game is the whole game is RNG. So if you add customization, it does sort of quash the RNG element of it, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't, there's no need for the RNG side if you can sort of tailor and create and make everything that you want. See, look, what's this? What's going on here? Look. What's this? Is that a ship? I mean, I'm playing on only 1080p here, and I think even at just 60 FPS with a RTX 3080, and you know that's happening. Shouldn't be happening. It's just rendered in now. It's a nice ship, that. Another wish is that they provide a way of cataloguing the lore you unlock chronologically, so you can keep track of it and see what you have left to find. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, there's a lot of little things like that. Like, I think as well in the galaxy map you should be able to kind of trace back to every single system that you've been to, but you can't do that. You've never been able to do that. There's no reason why you can't though. I think it gets to like kind of about sort of 40 or 50 systems back, and then it doesn't go any further. But I think if you know, you should be able to sort of just go back to any system that you've previously visited. Ship hunting has died for the most part. The main crew of ship hunters is still going to hunt ships even if custom ships were added, and yes, I mean you'd need to scrap ships for the parts. Yeah, I mean most of the, I guess there's no such thing as a best ship hunter, but most of the old school, like the older generation of kind of ship hunters, they don't ship hunt anymore. You're not wrong. I mean, a lot of them don't bother with it anymore. Right, I'm just trying to think. I need one of those amino chambers, and I can't remember if you can buy that in a trade, or whether you've got to actually go and get it from somewhere. Oh, there we go. So we'll get 4 of these, 10 of these. Need some ferrite. Get a little bit more of that actually. Yeah, the hunting aspect of this game has definitely quietened down. I think it's a lot more about the building community now. That's really big. The Interstellar Index has got incredibly more popular. It's had 5,000 new members in about 2 or 3 months, if that. Pretty much all because every 4 to 6 weeks at the moment they're hosting a build event, like a really big community build event, and it's gone down really, really well. Like every event that they've held has been covered by a lot of the content creators. It's been really well received by the community, and it's been really popular. It's had lots of people building base. I mean, I went to one of the planets and it was just covered, and I mean absolutely covered in base computers, like everywhere, absolutely everywhere you looked, and all the planets in the system as well. Like it was like, you know, much more than what you see here, sort of thing. So yeah, building has definitely taken off in this game. I think that's become probably the most popular thing to do now, in my opinion anyway, just from what I've seen. But I'm not a builder, I never have been really. I've had a couple of good freighter builds. I used to like building on the freighter, but since they changed the building, I must admit I haven't really done much, because it was just kind of learning, glitching again and watching like several hours of videos again of like Beebs or whoever, and I just really couldn't be bothered with it. So yeah, I sort of didn't really get into the building. Right, let's see if we can build this now. I needed... to get a couple of them, and I've got the chambers now, so let's see what we can do. There we go. Oh, bollocks. There we go. There we go. So there's another one done. Silence says, maybe if they introduced a way of earning new ship parts through missions, quests, you could then modify your ships using the obtained parts over time. I build my main base farm and anything else is just a hut outpost for mining. Yeah. Yeah, for me, like, this is just me personally. I'm not like I think base building is a lot more sort of artistic. Just trying to explain it. Base building for me, if the base was interactive, like if the base had moving parts, if it could add value to whatever it is that you're doing in your own little world in this game, and it was a lot more interactive, there were a lot more moving parts, and there were a lot sort of better animations and stuff, and things that you could only uniquely do within a base that you can't do anywhere else, I would probably do a lot more base building. But for me, base building is really just Minecraft. It's kind of not even really Minecraft. It's just building something for it to be there for other people to look at, and I've never really got my head around it. Like, it's spending, like, people think, how can I go hunting for multi-tools and spending hours upon hours upon hours doing that? They think it's absurd. But I, on the flip side to that, think that people spending 20 hours or 40 hours building one base that you can't do anything with but look at, again, is absurd. So it's kind of like different perspectives. Like, building just doesn't do it for me, because you can't do anything once it's done, right? It's just something that you can create that other people can go and view. At least with a multi-tool or a ship, people can use it and actually get benefit and use out of it. So yeah, that's just kind of my personal little view on that. It's not a dig at builders, because I think what they do is great, but it's just not something that I'm willing to put hours and hours and hours into. It's just not for me. I've done it with a couple of things before, like I said, but yeah, wouldn't really do it again. Right, so let's just get the expedition reward for that. I'm more into finding ships, multi-tools. Yeah, I think for me, if I take hunting out of this game, for me this game was all about the exploration. I used to just immerse myself in it and just lose myself in this game. and spend hours upon hours just going around, especially in the early days when it was all new. That's what this game's all about for me. Right, discover plants. So we're on track for that. And then the last one here is construct a double cultivation chamber. Right, so let's see what materials we need for that. We're probably going to need to can we build any more of these? Yeah, there we go. Get another one done there. Get another one done there. That'll do for now. I think I'm going to need to unlock that building plan, aren't I? Yeah, so I need to go and get some plants. Right, let's leave this system and hop to a different system for the time being. But yeah, I must admit, I do get jealous of when I see some posts of people that are, you know, I'm new to this game, need help. I'm jealous of those people, because it must be such a good thing to be going through this game like fresh from scratch again. Like, in some ways, I kind of hope that they just completely reset this entire game and the universe back to scratch, and all of our saves are gone, so that it gets everyone back to square one, and we can just crack on and get immersed again and get exploring again. You know, whether that lasts a few hours or another several days in the game, I think it'll give me a bit of a reason to come back, I think, and do it all again, you know. The one thing that I've always wanted, though, is, and I've said it on quite a few streams, is a incredibly difficult mode. Like, not so much like just not. I don't mean permadeath, like where kind of you're dead and you can glitch and die. I'm just talking about a mode which is really, really difficult. Like, everything is a real grind, which is going to certainly be, that won't be interesting for a lot of people that don't have a lot of time to go and explore and do things. But for people that do have the time, like me, I'll get time at weekends, I can make time to play any game I want. Having a mode that would be incredibly grindy to get anything, really difficult, I think would be really interesting. Like, your shields mean something, sort of thing, you know. You not so much just permadeath and dying, but like survival, but 10 times harder than survival, where you've really got to use survival to kind of get around the game. I think that would be a really good thing to have in this game. Yeah, like instead of like this multi-tool costing 580,000 units, make it like 580 million units and make units really difficult to get, so that everything's a grind. You know, it forces you to go and explore, forces you to go and get some stuff and make stuff and do stuff, you know. I think that'd be a great thing for the game, personally. Maybe not for everybody, but for a small part of it, it would be really good. Erase your saves, yeah. Yeah, you do perma for the kicks, but the thing is, with permadeath, the only scary thing about permadeath is the fact that you can glitch out and die. By no means of anything that you've done wrong yourself, like not your fault. That's the sort of most scary thing about permadeath. Like, in permadeath, once you've made it to your ship, you're pretty much home dry. The only difference really from that point onwards is the inventory, which is the same as survival, right? It's basically just survival, but with a chance you can glitch out and die. That's permadeath for me. It's not really difficult at all. And I'm not saying that because I think I'm a good player. It's just, that's facts. Like, it's not difficult. So yeah, like a mode that's like a 10 times harder than survival, but without that permadeath side of it, where once you're dead, that's it. Just survival, but really, really difficult, really grindy. I'd love that. Your main perma's 260. Yeah, I think I've got about a sort of 200 or 300 hour perma. Survival is what I've played the most on in this game. Four more plants. I think we're on, yeah, one more. One more. So if I can find a cave. Don't need to, there it is. Right, silver, oxygen, Phaseum. Okay, so what's the way to get Phaseum again? Can I refine Mordite? I can't remember. No, I don't think I can. I'm probably going to need to collect it, aren't I? What was the resources on this planet? Right, I'll have to make some pellets. How much did I need for that again? Where is it? $25, right. So it's on my main PC. PC's HD though, no access at the moment. I've started and deleted a bunch of permas just for that. Get hold of a kick. More diet in refiner. Yeah. It looks like he's going to take a dump in a minute, so I'll just see if I can. That's the other thing. I mean, who put whose idea was it to put this in the game? Like collecting shit from pets. It's weird. Very, very weird. Never really got my head around that. Such a strange thing to add in a game. $16. Is he going to have one more dump? There we go. Right, let's get back up to the freighter. So what, did your hard drive die on you, Richard, did it? That's a bit of a bummer. I've got a media server that I've had for, well, it's been running since 2014, and probably over half the drives in there I've actually had in there since 2014. So that's kind of like, what, 8 years? And I mean, it's got like over 100 terabytes, this server. It's got a lot of drives in there. And I actually had my first ever drive fail. Bearing in mind it runs 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. So it runs 24/7. My first ever hard drive failed on me about a month ago, that I had to replace. I mean, I back all my data up anyway, so it wasn't an issue. But yeah, I mean, they last a long time. These are server grade drives though, so they're like WD Reds. But yeah, it was. That's the first time. I think that's the first ever hard drive that's ever failed on me, and I got some good use out of it. Right, so that's phase 2 done, isn't it? Bosh. There we go. Phase 2 is done-io. Now I appear to be glitching. Oh, there we go, I'm back. Not every dev is stable. Conan's one dev talked about his butt plug collection on that Hallows Eve stream 3 to 4 years ago. PC died in January. Oh, that's a bummer. I upgraded a few parts in this PC in about March time, April time this year. I caught like when the hardware prices started kind of really nosediving. I got some good deals, and to be fair, they're not that much cheaper now to what I paid for some stuff. Right, so that's phase 2. We'll get that as well. No money to replace the CPU at the moment. Yeah, it's hard, tough times for everybody at the moment, isn't it? Especially people that have bought crypto. Lol. Right, read the 3rd entry in the ship's log. Okay, well, we'll go back. I'm guessing we have to go to the rendezvous first. Let's just do that anyway. We need to get there, so we'll get there and then... Oh, look. Don't like these. Orange. Can he be like a yeah, we'll make him. Well, cannot recruit. Squadron is full. You what? How do I do squadrons again? I'm having a bit of a blank mind here at the moment. Freighter helm. Oh, okay. Let's get on to the next rendezvous. I'm not really that bothered. Yeah, by the time I go up there, he's going to bugger off anyway, isn't he? So let's get warping, shall we? Oh, alright, this is quite far. It's probably going to be a good idea to get, well, first of all, some fuel. And also some upgrades. Have I got any nanites? Yeah, plenty. Going to see if I can get any S-class upgrades while I'm here. Oh, hello. An alien rifle. That's quite nice. It's a shame it's a C-class. That means, what system are we in? Adequate. So this is a tier 2 system, so that is going to be impossible to get in an S-class in the wild, unfortunately. The most you'll get that in is a B. But you won't get this in S. But because this is showing on the space station here, there is a good chance that there's another either experimental or alien gun somewhere else in this system, in one of the pools. More often than not, actually, in my experience, if the space station shows an exotic tool, there is a good chance that there's another one somewhere else in this system's pool. Right, go on, let's get an S-class. No S-classes. On to the next one. Yeah, so like in, I mean, I do search every system anyway for tools, like when I'm hunting. But if I saw that and I was actively hunting, that'd get me quite excited for potentially some other things that might come up in this system. It's another freighter battle. Actually, do you know what? I'm not even going to bother with this, because I just can't use this phase beam gun. I think it's so bad, and I'm terrible with it. So I'm just going to go straight here, see if we can get some S-class upgrades, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out, call the anomaly in, buy a positron, and basically just get some better guns installed on this. Quite a nice, not a bad looking hauler there. It's quite like an aggressive looking one. I think it's grey, orange and grey, could be green. Right, I'm just going to go and just get a couple of little things off the anomaly for a second, so just bear with us. Just want to get a personal refiner, because that's really helpful, that. Get rid of that, so I'll sell that and sell that. Get rid of this. Right, just going to get a couple of bits. I've already got that. Hang on a minute, have I got that installed? What a donut. Right, I've already got that, so we get that. Right, that should be more than enough for the moment. So let's get cracking on. Rendezvous 2. Just need to get an S-Class upgrade now for the hyperdrive, and then we'll be well on our way. So we'll leave here. There we go. So there's one. So I'm just going to do a bit of scamming at the moment, which involves saving and reloading. So I'm just going to get, how many nanites have I got? Just going to get 2 more, so it just gives me a bit of distance so I can get this done a bit quicker, that's all. For the purists out there, I'm sure that you won't approve of that. So we've got 5, we'll get to 1 more. There we go, 800, that'll do. So I'm now going to just quickly sell a couple of bits. So we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of this. Get rid of that, that, that's, and that's. And we'll get rid of that. That'll do. So that's freed up a little bit of needed space there. And on to the next system. So we might even be able to jump more or less straight there now, hopefully. There we go. There she blows. Right, let's get this highlighted, which it already is. So where is it? Oh, that was a nice glitch. A little bit late there, popping in. Right, am I being really stupid here? Can't see the rendezvous point. There it is. There she blows. 50 seconds. While I'm warping, I'm just going to go and get a drink quickly. It won't be long. Oh, what's going on? Whoopsie daisy, sorry about that. It's dying of thirst. Right, oh, it's another submerged freighter, isn't it? Yeah, I can see the aerial. Just there. There it is. There we go. Right, so we should get the log now. So we'll probably just go back up to the freighter to read the log. Are you all still playing the game as much as what you always have, or have you sort of quietened down a bit compared to normal? What's everyone doing on the game these days? Right, where's Mr. Captain? There he is. Little gecko. Golden gecko. I've just realised I'm supposed to be sending out some frigates as well, aren't I? Check for leaks. You what? So what I normally, I don't know how you guys sort your storage out and stuff, but what I normally do with the freighter is, so you always default to like the general storage. So this is just a tip really. Anyone that's going to watch this video back, or anyone that is watching now that is quite new or might be new, or is an old player but just doesn't really sort this out. So the first thing that I do is I always install a matter beam. So when I start a new game, my priority over everything, if I'm building a new save and stuff, is to get this installed. Once I've got this installed, I then prioritise basically building every single storage container on the ship. So like having like all 9 storage containers. So then what I do is, as you see, when you flick through all your different tabs, it defaults to the general inventory. So with the matter beam installed, I always have the ion batteries and the life support on the freighters general, as well as uranium, tritium and dihydrogen, because these things here, this is fuel for your starship. This is fuel and basically stuff to keep you alive on planets, and this is stuff for your starship as well. You can access this general inventory anywhere on any planet in any system without having to call your freighter in. So as long as you've got these 2 things here in your general inventory, and as long as you've got the matter beam installed, you don't have to carry your life support capsules and all of that in your suit or on your ship. You can just keep them in here, and you've got them here for use for whenever you want. So you've never got to worry about that. So the items that you use more often than anything else, I always put in my freighter's general inventory once this matter beam is installed, because then literally you will never die, you've never got anything to worry about, and you've always got access to this no matter where your freighter is. The storage, on the other hand, you can only access this when the freighter's in the system. And just typically how I organise the storage, just for like speed and everything else, is if you go left, so in the general inventory, if you go left, you've got quick access to anything in this side of the general. And if you go right twice, well, you've got cargo now, but if you go right 3 times, you've then got access here to anything that you use quite often on the fly as well. So what I tend to do is have all of the metals in storage container 1, along with like the building materials like oxygen, ferrite, mag, and all of this stuff. Then I have condensed carbon, and more sort of life support stuff generally in the next storage. And then in the storage to the left of general here, quick access, I will put all stuff like your upgrading materials like wiring looms, microprocessors. Just have a bit of a bulk storage of all of this sort of building stuff. I haven't obviously done it here, but that's how I organise it, is anything essential in your general, and then your stuff that you're going to use quite often in your left of general and to the right of general in these 2 here, and then just organise it however you want. Like I'll have one for plants, one for various other things, and just sort of dedicate each container to that. The idea is once you've got all of your storage maxed out with all of the things that you're going to need throughout your progression, your game, you've never got to worry about it again, because all you've got to do is call your freighter in and you've got it all on the fly. Especially on normal mode, like where you can store kind of 10,000 per set like 8,000 there, you can store 9999 in each one of these. It becomes more of a management problem in survival and permadeath, but it's good just to get these organised, and then you've never got to worry about materials really. So that's what I do anyway. Right, so we'll collect the reward for that. A stellar extraction room. So we've got mag ferrite we need there, and we've got everything else. Right, so we'll get, have we got any ferrite dust? Yeah. So let's do half of this. I need some carbon. Right, sodium nitrate, antimatter as well. Richard says, I'm building a new save. I waited to see if I would get the old save onto this crap top, but hey. Yeah, I've got a gaming laptop as well, but that it's just so loud. It gets really hot. Like, in fact, the battery gets hotter than anything else, which I worry about. But I've had like 2 or 3 gaming laptops, and they're just too loud. They're more annoying than anything else. Right, turquoise freighter customization option. Absolutely no interest in that. Right, so number 3, construct the stellar room and then recruit 3 pilots, shoot down pirates, complete fleet expeditions, construct a scanner room. So a stellar room and a scanner room and a galactic room. Right, so let's get some expeditions going. What's this? Storage. That doesn't appear to be anything. God, I'm getting really confused with all this new stuff. Right. refiner, don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Is this the fleet? Yep, there we go, right. So let's get... Oh no, we don't need this either. We've got to go down here. Where are we going? Right. Let's get some missions going. And we'll send one to its death, shall we? No, I need a fleet command room. Stellar extraction room. Fleet command room. I'm guessing I'm going to need a few of these. Run out of silver. Right. Well, let's get another one going anyway. Let's send them to their death on this one because it's a quick one. But he might not die. Probably will, but we'll see. Right. And then what can we do here? I've already got that. Freighter warp and manage fleet. Manage squadrons. How much do these cost? 800 nanites. Yeah, we got enough. 1, 2. Oh, this is going to bring me very, very low on nanites. Need to do it though. Right, so that's recruiting those 3 there taken care of. Construct the stellar room. Right, so I've got this refining. Put that in there and get some... I need some carbon, right. I just need to fly a planet side because I need to get a few bits. In fact, no I don't. Just refine some carbon here. Nice and easy. It's going to take a couple of minutes. So while that's doing that, let's just see what else we need to do. Chromatic metal. Anything we can install here? Get that done. Yeah, we'll get this done as well. Stellar extractor room. Recruit 3 pilots, shoot down pirates, complete fleet expeditions. So we've got 2 of them out. That's going to take probably a couple of days. That construct a scanner room and a galactic trade room. So let's see if we can do them now. So there's the scanner room. Yeah, we can do that. So we'll get that done. And a galactic trade room as well, it said. Technology, appearance, a bulkhead door, industrial room. So I'm going to need plans for that, which will probably come from this, or one of them. So I need silver chromatic metal, and I've got processors already for that. Okay, there's quite a few cool, to be fair, there's quite a few new decent sort of building parts you can use here. What's a real shame is that these actual, I know like they're nice rooms, but it's a shame that these aren't sort of modular. Like for instance, you can't move this like and have like 2 or 3 of these, or like one with its back to this one and so on. You might, I haven't seen any glitch building videos, so you might be able to do that, I don't know. But it would be nice if you can have these actual parts here with animations, and you can place them elsewhere, like a room full of these sort of things as well, rather than, you know, like 4 different rooms with these, sort of placing them right next to each other is what I mean. That'd be good for like glitch building and stuff. Right, so shoot down some pirates, complete fleet expeditions. We can't really do that, so we can definitely do this. Recruit 3 pilots, so we'll go and get that done now. And then we've got to get some silver and chromatic metal, which we can just go and buy. So let's get to a space station, buy some silver, buy some chromatic metal, and hire some pilots. If we can get out of this maze. It's crazy now. There we go. Get to another system. you'll see what I mean. So the freighters in that previous system that I was in, but because I've got the matter beam, all of this here is still accessible, whereas the storage, as you can see, isn't. So anything that you want to use on the fly, always just keep in your freighter's general inventory, as long as you've got this, the most useful bit of technology in the game, this matter beam. On the expedition, I do not save them, so I made a mess of component or room placement. Could get turned around easy also. Yeah, I haven't really been sort of paying attention to like saving the expeditions. Like, I just delete them generally when I'm done. There's the chromatic metal, so we'll get some of that. We'll get some more of this tritium. Get some more oxygen and sodium. You just never know with this stuff, always handy to have. It's dirt cheap as well. I need some silver. He hasn't got any, so I'll just recruit him anyway. Oh, what the hell? Well, that was odd. Get this little Thai Rasa fighter. Get some more of that. We'll get some of this as well. Get 20 of them. And we'll recruit him. Right, so that's another one done. Right, so let's see what else we need to do. Got that. Shoot down some pirates. Construct a galactic trade room. Oh, I need some silver, don't I? And there's my silver. So we get some of that. That was the multiplayer glitch. Someone entered the system and reset the NPCs. Yeah, fair enough. A glitch in No Man's Sky? No. Yeah, it looks like it's happening again. Right, I've got enough now. Let's get going. Right, let's get this room built. Can you build off this? No. There's another one done. And another one bites the dust. Right. Bulkhead door plans, exterior platform plans, and catwalk plans. Okay. Okay. So that's all I can do on this one, really. I've got to do this one, but that will come as we sort of progress through these phases. So I guess phase 4. I've already got a couple done here. Reach the 4th rendezvous. So perhaps we'll head towards that now. I'm probably, once I get to this rendezvous point, I'm going to probably call it a day on the stream there. And then try and do the rest in one go. I might come back on later on this evening, but I'm getting a bit hungry. Need to get some food. How far have we got to go to get to this the next rendezvous? Can I get there in one jump? I certainly can. Right, where is this? A paradise planet. There it is. So let's find a tiny bit of land to land on. God, it's miles away. Am I going to get away with landing on that? No. Well, that's a bit annoying. $600 away. Thing is, I don't even think the Nautilus would get me there much quicker, to be honest with you. I mean, it may do, but... There we go. Now the long journey back. So when you're in the open ocean, it's very difficult to die because you've got these kelp sacks everywhere. You can basically just harvest them. These like little white blobs everywhere. You can just stay underwater like infinitely because they replenish your entire oxygen supply, even if you're at the lowest you can get. So yeah, you can kind of just basically stay underwater without any worry at all. You just got to be careful. If you're running low on oxygen, you get near to like a freighter or like a point of interest, there won't be anything around that point of interest. So just make sure like you're stocked up before you go exploring, sort of thing. Upgraded jetpacks really help here. There we go. Right, so that's going to be me done for today, ladies and gents. We're at Rendezvous 3. I'll just quickly collect this reward. We've just done that. That was a bit of a grind. Sorry, Rendezvous 4 we're at. So we've got a few to do in this one. We've got a couple more in this one to do. In this one. So we need to kill some pirates and basically send our fleets out. A few more to do in here, all straightforward stuff. All of this phase to do, and then we're done. So yeah, not much more to go now. It's been quite easy, quite chilled so far, this one. So take care everyone. I might pop back on later on today. I'm not sure yet, but in the next sort of couple of days we'll definitely get the rest of this done. So enjoy whatever you're doing for the rest of the weekend, and I will hopefully catch you in the next stream. Take care, and I'll see you all soon.